All right, gentlemen. It is Thursday, so that means it is a matchup preview day. So here we go. We're going to jump in with your commish, the champ, against not the champ, Brad. So you got Let's Go Brandon versus your deepest fantasy, Justin versus Andrew. Great matchup on tap with most of Justin's team questionable and also very bad at football. Um, I have a major leg up at quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end, and defense. I guess the Buffalo D at Jacksonville is pretty good. So he might get me on defense. So that's going to lead me to my bold prediction here is that this is the blowout of the week. I'm going to win this one by 40 plus. That's right, 40 plus points. These guys on my team are about to explode. Brandon Cooks going to have a huge week roasting Miami. Sorry, Jared, just the way it's going to go. Brandon Cook's going to roast Miami. Let's go, Brandon. Indeed. Brandon is off to the races this week. So, tonight, my son, my pride and joy, my progeny, Jonathan Taylor, going for $150 and 2 scores against the Jets. It's going down, guys. He's the number one back in fantasy. It is what it is. I get the W. I'm not sure that Justin realizes his roster is one player short. Has he been playing with one less guy all season? Is that Justin, you can go pick somebody up without cutting anyone. So you might want to look into that. There you go. I get the W. Easy enough on that one. Don't need to spend too much time on it. Now, we have Tony Sr. versus John Heyman in a battle of Aaron the Racist versus Black Lives Matter. This is an epic clash. You have a horrible, vicious racist struck down by karma, getting stuck on the COVID list, which, by the way, Aaron Rodgers is not vaccinated. And I don't know if you guys have paid attention at all, but he didn't follow any of the protocols he's supposed to follow. He's supposed to be wearing masks on the sideline. He's supposed to be wearing masks at press conferences. He's supposed to be social distancing. He's supposed to not travel with the team. All of these things he's completely spit in the face of. So he's done none of this. So is Roger Goodell going to do anything about it? Probably not, because he's a spineless coward. So there you go. Senior doesn't get his racist QB this week, so he pivots to Carson Wentz. Now, Carson Wentz has been doing it, man. He's been, at least 16 points in 5 straight games. I mean, Carson Wentz is a fine fill-in, and I think he's going to do just fine. Heyman, I have no idea what he's going to do. He's not in town right now, so I assume he'll be setting his lineup probably Saturday or Sunday. Looking at things, he's probably going to go with Tua at home against Houston, which isn't bad. He can probably go ahead and cut loose Michael Thomas since he's not going to play football this year. If only somebody would have told you that at the draft. I did. He gone. Sam Darnold, you can go ahead and cut him loose too. He's a big steaming pile of turd. My bold prediction on Heyman's side of things. I'm going to say Kyle Pitts less than 5 fantasy points because the Saints, there's a drumbeat on the ground right now that they are going to put Marshawn Lattimore on Kyle Pitts. If they do that, you're not getting dink out of Pitts. On senior side of things, love Deebo Samuel against Arizona. Kamara should feast against Atlanta. Mark Andrews, great smash spot against the Vikings. But bold prediction, I got to go with my man Josh Jacobs. I'm going to say his first 100-yard rushing game of the season and 2 touchdowns against the Giants. I think Josh Jacobs goes out, gets it done against the Giants, en route to Senior getting the W over Heyman this week. Now, you got Jason Exotic versus El Ultimo Bailar. So Tony Jr. versus Jason. And, Pat Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson would have been a premier quarterback matchup, but I don't know. Is Mahomes, are we getting good Mahomes or bad Mahomes? I don't know. We'll see. Brandon Ayuk is back from the dead just in time to bite Tony in the ass. Tony traded him away, thought he was getting a deal. Ayuk is going to have a monster game against Arizona. That's the way these things work. You got to be scared of the Mahomes to Tyreek stack. That's going to win him a few games in and of itself. Michael Carter, I mean, as long as Mike White's the QB, Michael Carter's going to be a thing, guys, and a big thing. I'm predicting bold here. Michael Carter finishes this week as a top 10 running back. On Tony Jr.'s side of things, the guy that sticks out to me the most is Aaron Jones at Kansas City with no Aaron Rodgers. I think you could get a peak pinnacle game from Aaron Jones. I would probably play A.J. Dillon over Devontae Smith, too, the way Devontae Smith has looked. But I'm going to go bold here. Aaron Jones, 130 combined yards and a touchdown. He's going to have a big game. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Jason gets the W this week behind a Mahomes rebound. So Jason wins. Now, the Brady Bunch versus Red Q, the aptly named Red Q. He's got Dak, Lamb, Adams, Parker, Hyde, Beasley, all questionable. CeeDee Lamb suffered a sprained ankle in practice yesterday, and I got to say, I feel like Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix. I offered John Michael Carter and Chase Claypool for either CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans. Now, mind you, this is a guy that's starting Nyheim Hines and Carlos fucking Hyde. And I got rejected on both of those offers. I guess if you're not Reese, you're just not going to get it done with Vetri, no matter how much sense it makes for him. I think Waller with Henry Ruggs rightfully locked up. Waller is going to be a target monster. He's going to do very well in this one. I got to go my bold prediction. I got to go with my man Cole Beasley. Dawson Knox should be back this week, and that means Cole Beasley goes back to irrelevant status. I think Cole Beasley goes under 5 fantasy points in this matchup. Now, on Joe's side of things, I don't know that I love starting Derek Carr, but, it's ugly out there at QB. There's not much out there. Not everybody has Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? So you got to start who you got to start. Mike Williams, Justin Jefferson, both should be due for a bounce back. The only thing I worry about with Mike Williams, Darius Slay. If Darius Slay is on him instead of Keenan Allen, you're not going to see much out of Mike Williams. Darius Slay has been a total avoid at corner this year. So it really just depends which one of them draws Darius Slay. I think you're going to see a bounce back from Justin Jefferson. I love Emmanuel Sanders in this spot at Jacksonville. Bold prediction here. Eli the Missile Mitchell is going for 100 yards and a score against Arizona. It's a tough defense, but Eli Mitchell has solidified himself as the guy in a Kyle Shanahan offense, and you're going to produce if you're a running back in a Kyle Shanahan offense. So I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to the tax man, Big Joe Garbade, getting the W over John Vetri. So lastly, we have number 1 versus number 10 in arguably the most lopsided matchup in league history. We got Vanillatron versus You've All Made the List. And, props to Jared for being, good-spirited about this, taking it on the chin. And, boy, he is taking it on the chin this year. He ought to have George Kittle back. No guarantee that means anything good. And again, Keenan Allen could be great, could absolutely suck. Just depends on who draws Slay. Whichever one doesn't draw Slay is going to feast. So either Williams or Allen is going to have a big week. My bold prediction on Jared's side of things, Kadarius Toney breakout part 2. He's going to have over 150 yards receiving this week. I don't know that he's going to get in the end zone, 150 yards receiving. Kadarius Toney giving me very strong Julio Jones, younger in his career vibes. Now, on Reese's side of things, the Stafford Kupp combo is a nightmare. You know, nobody wants to face that. Really tough. Robert Woods and Darrell Henderson are both also very good, but they're not as scary as the Stafford Kupp side of things, certainly. A.J. Brown, I mean, Derrick Henry's out. A.J. Brown's going to feast, guys. That's all there is to that. You know, Cordarrelle Patterson has worked himself into a solid wide or RB2. Darrell Henderson's going to feast against the Titans. Bold prediction's going to be Reese goes for 150 plus again. It's going to happen, guys. This team is loaded. And, you know, I mean, he's got a strong team. No question about it. Props for building a good roster, man. They're tough. So Reese is going to get the W, and it's going to be a vicious, brutal beating. So there you go, guys. There you have your matchup preview, and I will see you on Tuesday for a recap, provided I win.